basically what you got from working during 2019 was actually higher. You can use that figure to figure those credits.
Smith says there is also something that will help self-employed individuals. If you could not take on the responsibilities of your business because of COVID, there's a way to take a special tax credit.
If you qualify for that, you're going to be filling out a Form 7202, so look for that or have your accountant look for that if they're not aware of it when you do your 2020 return.
I'm Mike Bauer.
WMBS News Time is 4:12. Sports and weather next.
The weather is warming up, so get your golf game in shape at Duck Hollow Golf Club this spring. There's still time to get your 2021 golf membership. Just call them up at 724-439-3150 or visit the Pro Shop for details. The Pro Shop is open in the spring from 7:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., and openings are still available for golf leagues and outings. But hurry, dates are filling up quickly. Duck Hollow Golf Club is located at 374 Duck Hollow Road in Uniontown. And before or after your round, make sure to stop by Bogey's Restaurant at Duck Hollow Golf Club for a bite to eat. Bogey's has dine-in or takeout available. Check out the Duck Hollow Facebook page for spring hours and daily specials at Bogey's, and let them do the cooking for you. For tea times at Duck Hollow or takeout and dining reservations at Bogey's, call 724-439-3150. That's 724-439-3150 for Duck Hollow Golf Club and Bogey's Restaurant. They'd love to see you out this season.
And sports coming up just a few minutes. Our coverage of high school baseball, our C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day, as Belle Vernon travels to Laurel Highlands. The Sproul's Insurance Group pregame show starting up in just about a minute, and the first pitch scheduled for 4:30. In the pros, Pirates are off today. They'll be in action tomorrow. They'll be in Detroit, take on the Tigers. Tyler Anderson will be on the mound for the Bucks, and the Tigers will have Michael Fulmer. The Pirates victors yesterday in Milwaukee, 6-5 over the Brewers, and the Penguins fell 4-2 yesterday against the Buffalo Sabres in Buffalo. The weather watch, it's going to be mostly sunny with a high of 66 today, and then mainly clear tonight with a low of 45, mostly sunny again tomorrow with a high of 64. Showers Wednesday and a high of 48, and partly sunny Thursday with a high of 44. It's mostly cloudy and 62. Baseball is next on your local station, WMBS.
The award-winning local, district, and statewide news has been brought to you by Duck Hollow Golf Club and Bogey's Restaurant. Call 724-439-3150 for tea times or restaurant information today.
It's time for another C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day coverage of high school baseball here on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network, being brought to you by Mamaruka's Pizza Shop, the Uniontown Hospital, Ted Silva & Son Auto and Fender Repair, Patrick Livingston for North Union Township Supervisor, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, Jimmy Johns in Uniontown, Ford of Uniontown, Shop and Save in Uniontown, M&R Transit, Potter's Bar and Grill, System Pre-Owned, the Radcliffe Law Firm, Sproul's Insurance Group and Agent David Hughes, NovaCare Rehabilitation, Stewart Collision, the C. Harper Auto Group, South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer, General Dentist Dr. Wietek, Russ Blaho, your local Allstate insurance agent, North Union Township Supervisor Curtis Matthews, Peachin's Pharmacy inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market, Centers for Rehab Services and Physical Therapist Jim Burns, Casey Sports Cafe, and by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Now stay tuned for the Sproul's Insurance Group pregame show here on WMBS and on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
From Landman Field here at Laurel Highlands High School, it's time for high school baseball action here on WMBS, the Trib Live High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Facebook Live this afternoon. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs 4-2 overall, 3-1 in Section 3 4A play. Host the Belle Vernon Leopards. The Leopards sit at 4-1 overall, 4-0 in the conference. Brian Morozak alongside Gary Frankhauser and Jerry Dupay. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Our pregame show being brought to you by the Sproul's Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They'll get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sproul's Insurance Group. And Gary, the start of a two-game series between these two schools and a battle for first place in the section. Belle Vernon currently in first place at 4-0, and Laurel Highlands one of three teams a game back at 3-1, along with Elizabeth Ford and West Mifflin.
This is the kind of matchups we look for, Brian. It should be a lot of excitement both tonight and tomorrow. and the Mustangs will look to try to get their bats back moving after a little bit of a lull against Connellsville in their last outing.
They're coming off of their conference bye week. They haven't played a conference game since April the 7th, but they have scored at least 10 runs in their last 3 conference games. We'll try to keep that going here today. And it'll be the first of 4 conference games this week for Belle Vernon. They'll make up a series against West Mifflin on Friday and Saturday, so a busy week for the Leps.
Absolutely, and pitching is going to be at a premium for both the Mustangs and even more importantly for Belle Vernon. With all of those games back-to-back, it's going to be a real challenge for them to have pitchers available.
And speaking of pitching, it'll be Andrew Sokol on the mound for the Leopards, Nick Kumar to start for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Should be a lot of fun this afternoon. We'll talk to Laurel Highlands head coach Scott DeBerry on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
Visit C. Harper Chevy and drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox with all-wheel drive for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease to GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply while supplies last. Sale ends May 3rd, 2021. Call a dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000 or visit CHarperChevy.com.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
I'm attorney Bill Martin of Radcliffe Law, and I've handled all sorts of workplace accident cases over the past 10 years. When you're hurt at work, your employer's main goal is to get you back to work. But you may not be physically ready to return. If you find yourself in a similar situation, call our workers' compensation team at Radcliffe Law at 724-439-3939. We'll meet with you and answer your questions at no cost. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
General Dentist Dr. Edward L. Wietek Jr. treats children, teens, and adults of all ages. Dr. Wietek performs all phases of general dentistry, including crowns and bridges, partials, full dentures, comprehensive orthodontics, root canals, bonded white fillings, dental implants to replace missing teeth and to stabilize loose-fitting dentures, and comprehensive exams and cleanings. Dr. Wietek is also your place to go for full mouth reconstruction if you've put off going to the dentist for too long. Visit Dr. Wietek online at www.myuniontowndentist.com to view the Smile Gallery and see some of his patients' before and after photos. See what over 35 years of experience and a practice committed to learning the latest techniques can do for you or your family. Dr. Wietek's office is located on the National Pike, 1 mile west of the mall on Route 40. Call him up at 724-439-1616. That's 724-439-1616 for Dr. Edward L. Wietek, Jr.
Next, Patrick Livingston for your next North Union Township Supervisor. I was born, raised, and currently reside in North Union Township. I have the desire, skills, and experience to help North Union Township continue to thrive. I hold a valid commercial driver's license and the ability to operate equipment necessary to maintain and benefit township residents. My ability to work well with others to ensure a job well done bodes well for the township's success. I am asking for your support in the upcoming election.
Paid for by the candidate. I'm Rozak back on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. High school baseball action on WMBS this afternoon. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs hosting Belle Vernon in a Section 3 4A matchup. The Mustangs sitting at 4-2 overall, 3-1 in conference play. Belle Vernon 4-1 overall, 4-0 in the conference. And Laurel Highlands head coach Scott DeBerry now joins us. And Scott, really a huge series this week with the Leopards.
Pretty much everything we worked for to win a section championship. I hate to say it comes down to just these 2 games, but it kind of does. And I think we need to win both of them to be in control. If we split, we're still right there, but if we would lose both of them, it probably puts us out of any chance of being a section champion.
You haven't played a conference game since April the 7th when you knocked off Ringgold 13-3. You did play a pair of non-conference games, defeated Trinity, lost to Connellsville. Do you think the Bats have been able to stay sharp enough during the conference off week?
Just trying to have sharp practices, cover things that we know we're going to see from Belle Vernon, and just try to practice the way we want to play, and hopefully it carries over. The bats, we're in a really good place. Hopefully they'll be there for us again today. I'm really happy with the way the bats have come along. Hopefully, like I said, it'll just continue on. If it does, it gives us a great chance to win.
You've gotten some great run production. In fact, in your last 3 conference games, you've been in double figures as far as runs scored in each game.
They have, and a lot of that has to do with seeing them play 21 games in the fall. And you kind of get an idea of what to expect. A couple at bats here and there really doesn't show you a whole lot, but when you have upwards of 80 to 100 in the fall, you get a pretty good idea. And what I'm seeing this spring is a lot of what I saw last fall.
Pitching's going to be big this week for Belle Vernon. They're, in fact, playing 4 conference games. They'll make up a pair of games later on this week on Friday and Saturday against West Mifflin. How are you approaching the week in the pitching department?
We have everybody available. We will start off with Nick Kumar today, and we'll go from there. Whoever starts tomorrow will depend on who doesn't get used today. I'm not going to worry about tomorrow until today's game's over.
Coach, we appreciate your time as always. We hope you're feeling better. We know you had a tough week last week. We look forward to seeing you out at the games this week.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I need to get back out there. I miss it.
That's Laurel Highlands head coach Scott DeBerry. The Mustangs hosting the Belle Vernon Leopards High School baseball action this afternoon here on WMBS, Facebook Live, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and the South Union Township Sports Network. We'll set the batting lineup for Belle Vernon and the defense for Laurel Highlands on the other side of this timeout.
Does your car sound like it's saying, "Trade me in, trade me in," every time you start it up? Well, go to Ford of Uniontown and trade it in. That's right. Your Uniontown Ford dealer is ready to assist you with a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV purchase. Ford of Uniontown has all the deals, all the inventory, and they are ready to deal. It has never been a better time to buy a Ford. Service is their top priority. No matter where you purchase your Ford car or truck, Ford of Uniontown will be happy to service it for you. They offer Ford-trained technicians, Ford-certified parts and service, 1-year, 12,000-mile parts warranties, and new state-of-the-art service equipment. Call or stop in today to see the hometown service of Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West across from Applebee's. So listen to your car the next time you hear it say, "Trade me in, trade me in." Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 at the top of the hill.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Prime Rosak, Gary Frankhauser back here at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School. The Leopards to bat first here in the top half of the first inning. Here's Gary with our lineup.
Thanks, Brian. Leading off for Belle Vernon and playing in center field, number 5, Brady Hoffman. Batting second and playing left field, number 30, Donovan von Fredenberg. Batting third, the pitcher, Andrew Sokol. He wears number 18. In the cleanup spot, the designated hitter, Alexander Zilka. He's wearing number 15. In the fifth spot, playing third base, Seamus Joyce. He wears number 24. Number 8, Tanner Stieber is next, and he will be at shortstop. In the seventh spot, number 11, Aiden Oakes at second base. In the eighth spot, number 22, Peyton Rothy. He's in right field. And rounding out that lineup, the catcher, number 20, Zachary Jackson.
Defensively for Laurel Highlands, they'll have Carson D'Amico out in left, Caden Early in center, and Jace Hampy in right. Around the horn, Braden McKnight at third, Ty Sankovic at short, Joe Chambers playing second, Zach Koffler playing first, Alex McLean catching, and Nick Kumar pitching for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. And Gary, looking at the Belle Vernon lineup, one player not in their lineup is their normal starting shortstop, Garrett Greco. He's a Gardner-Webb commit, out with a stress fracture today, and that's really going to hurt the Leps.
Well, certainly can't help them, that's for sure. He's one of their leaders, one of their very professional athletes,
for sure,
to say the least, and getting that scholarship offer, and he's going to be missed much by Belle Vernon, but they have a very good squad. They've shown it all season already, leading the conference, and the Mustangs will have their hands full regardless.
You mentioned a busy week for Belle Vernon. They'll actually play 5 games this week, 4 of those 5 conference games, including a makeup series Friday and Saturday against West Mifflin. Game 2 of this series between Belle Vernon and Laurel Highlands will be played over at the DeVirgilio Sports Complex in Ross Traver Township tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. We'll have the game for you here on WMBS and on the South Union Township and Trib Live High School Sports Network. We'll also have a video feed as well on Facebook Live, and our coverage will start at 6:45 with the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show tomorrow night with the opening pitch set for 7 o'clock. And that should be a lot of fun as well, Gary, down at the DeVirgilio Sports Complex. Always a nice venue to visit.
Certainly is, and those night games even add a little more excitement to everything. You get out there under the lights, and it'll be a big crowd, I'm sure, down there in Belle Vernon. Always is, and a lot of Mustang followers will certainly be down there too. It's going to be a really exciting atmosphere, and a lot really depends on what happens here today as to how much that game means tomorrow.
Scott DeBerry in his 8th year coaching the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. He mentioned during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show how important both of these games are this week, and the Mustangs at least need a split really to stay in the race, and they want to control their own destiny. They need certainly a sweep of the Leopards this week.
That would be awesome if they could pull off such a sweep, but as I said earlier, they're going to have their hands full. The Mustangs bats need to come alive again. They have been really good for the most part throughout the season. Had a little bit of a lull against Connellsville, but that was a very good Connellsville team that they faced in a non-section game. Very good pitcher that they faced, so we'll see what happens here today.
Tony Watson in his 2nd year as the head coach of the Belle Vernon Leopards. He replaced the longtime coach of Belle Vernon, Daryl Hicksenbaugh. Coach Hicksenbaugh seemed like he was there for a long time.
He sure was, and he always put out a quality team. They were very basic, very fundamentally sound. They played a little bit of small ball, as we saw over the years, but looks like this year they're more of a traditional ball club.
Can't ask for a better afternoon for high school baseball. Game time temperature around 62 degrees. The Mustangs in their home whites with red numbers, a little bit of blue trim with the bright sunshine shining down this afternoon. The Belle Vernon Leopards in their away dark greens, a little bit of gold trim and gray pants. The Mustangs dug out here down the first base line. Belle Vernon down the third base line, and the crowd still making its way in for this 4:30 start this afternoon. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs hosting the Belle Vernon Leopards, and I'm sure as the evening grows on, Gary, that crowd will continue to pack the third base line up there as well.
Yeah, as they hear our voices out over the airways and on Facebook Live, it entices them to come out to the game.
Should be a lot of fun this afternoon. We're back with the first pitch right after this here on WMBS, the South Union Township Sports Network, the Trib Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Freaky fast, freaky good. Order online at jimmyjohns.com or call 724-437-6800 for delivery or curbside pickup. Jimmy John's, next to Walnut Hill. Shop and save.
South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer wishes the best of luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs this season and in the playoffs. During these uncertain times, a lot of hard work goes into a successful season, and that includes the cooperation of players, coaches, and their families. South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer commends all of those whose hard work has gone into making this a successful season. Like our local teams, Robert Schiffbauer is working hard to make life better for the residents of South Union Township. Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. From South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 57th year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They will gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they will work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it is the goal of Ted Silva and Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Family owned and operated for 57 years. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Proud to sponsor local high school sports.
Brian Rozak and Gary Frankhauser back here at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School, just about set to go. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs hosting the Belle Vernon Leopards. I have to thank our video stream sponsors on WMBS today, Jimmy John's in Uniontown and Ford of Uniontown, and our South Union Township live stream sponsors as well, including the Sprouse Insurance Group, United Bank, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, South Union Township Supervisors Robert Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Southwestern Gastrointestinal Specialists, SWGI in Uniontown, Zebley Mahalav and White, Uniontown Business and Bankruptcy Attorneys, and UPMC's Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive, Jim Burns, Director. We mentioned Nick Kumar on the mound for Laurel Highlands. Gary, this is his fourth appearance, enters the game with a 2-1 record, 2.55 ERAs, worked 11 innings, struck out 16, walked only 5, given up 8 hits, 6 runs, and only 4 of those runs earned so far this season.
And I think the most important statistic that you just mentioned there was just the 5 walks. He's been had very good control. He's been around the plate all of his outings, and he'll need that again today. But he's a very experienced pitcher. He knows what he's doing out there, has a lot of good coaching from both his father and the coaching staff. So we'll look for Nick to have a good outing.
And talking to Laurel Highlands head coach Scott DeBerry, he mentioned during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show he's not ready to name a starter yet for tomorrow. Wants this game just to take care of itself, and then he'll worry about tomorrow when it rolls around at 7 o'clock.
Absolutely. Win the one you're at.
Yes, and it'll be Brady Hoffman to lead things off. It's Hoffman, Von Friedenberg, and Sokol due up for the Leopards here in the top half of the first inning. Hoffman, a junior center fielder, entering this game with a .273 batting average and 2 RBIs so far this season for the Belle Vernon Leopards, facing the righty Nick Kumar as this one gets underway at 4:34 on a Monday afternoon. And the first pitch, a fastball fouled off there by Hoffman, and the count moves to 0-1. And we mentioned Belle Vernon losing that Division I player, Greco, their normal starting shortstop here today. In fact, they're down to their third-string shortstop. Their backup also had another injury issue, so that's certainly going to test the depth of the Leopards as Kumar brings the heat again. Another swing and a miss there from Hoffman, and just like that, it's 0-2.
You can't overemphasize the importance of that middle defense, especially at shortstop. Almost every high school team has their best athlete at shortstop.
Now the 0-2 pitch on the way, breaking ball fouled off here on the near side. Count remains 0-2. And a lot of times, Gary, comes down to when you catch these teams during the point of the season. I have to think that Laurel Highlands maybe has caught Belle Vernon at a good time, considering the fact that the Leps have a couple of injuries. And they're also playing 4 games this week. And there's another fastball from Kumar, and he strikes out Hoffman for the first out of this top half of the first inning.
Goes upstairs a little bit with that fastball right at the letters, and no chance there for Hoffman to catch up with that one.
And I'll bring up Donovan Von Friedenberg, the senior left fielder, batting .462 with an RBI so far this season for the Belle Vernon Leopards. Again, the Leopards playing just their 6th game so far this afternoon. Another fastball from Kumar, and that one off the plate for ball 1. And Laurel Highlands playing their 7th game of the season here today. Belle Vernon's only loss came against California, but the Leopards rested a number of starters in that game, and now showing Button laying it down, going foul down the third base line, and I'll leave up the count at 1-1. And we mentioned when Daryl Hicksonball was here at Belle Vernon, they played a lot of small ball, and there's a little bunt attempt there from Von Friedenberg, with just 1 out here in the top of the first inning. The base is empty.
Not a bad idea. D'Amico down at third base. McKnight down at third base playing deep. And there would have been no chance to get him had he had that fair.
Now the 1-1 pitch, fastball just missing below the knees. The count now moves to 2-1. Kumar to Von Friedenberg. Just underway. Belle Vernon and Laurel Highlands scoreless. Nice to have you along with us for high school baseball here on WMBS, the South Union Township Sports Network and the Trib Live High School Sports Network, as Kumar got Von Friedenberg a chase into that one, Gary.
Absolutely, high and outside, and Von Friedenberg was trying to push that one to left field and could not reach it.
Now the 2-2 on the way from Nick, and that one was going to be low. Actually might have hit the plate, but it was foul tipped there by Von Friedenberg.
I think it hit the dirt first.
I think so.
And then he foul tipped it. Still counts as a foul ball.
The count remains 2-2. So it at least appears that Kumar has Von Friedenberg a little off balanced here. For Donovan's first at-bat of the game. Another fastball in there for strike 3. So 2 batters up, 2 batters down with strikeouts from Nick Kumar. And 2 outs here in the top half of the first inning with the pitcher Andrew Sokol coming to the plate. Sokol batting .375 with 3 RBIs. Junior for the Leopards.
Nick showing some very good velocity here early, Brian.
Certainly boding well for the Mustangs this afternoon. Let's hope that trend continues throughout the course of at least 7 innings that we'll play here today. With these 2 teams, don't be surprised if we play a few extra. There's a breaking ball missing low there to Sokol, 1-0.
Outfield shallow in left field and center. A little deeper in right for the left-handed hitting Sokol.
Now the 1-0, Kumar to Sokol as Nick winds and fires another breaking ball, and that one in there for a strike. Now even things up at 1-1.
Brought that in from outside the strike zone, caught that outside corner. That's an effective pitch.
Now Nick getting set here with a 1-1. He'll wind and fire again, brings the heat, and that's strike 2.
Good placement, goes outside and then inside corner. That's professional placement there.
He's been moving them around very well here early on. We saw the high pitch, the low pitch, now inside outs, and that one a little high. Count even now at 2-2.
Almost got him to chase that one.
Yes, keeping the batters guessing early on is Nick Kumar. Now 2-2 here to Andrew Sokol. And the pitch on the way, and that one low. We'll go full with 3-2. Andrew Zilka, Alexander Zilka, the DH, due up next for Belle Vernon. Mustangs hope they don't have to worry about Zilka until the 2nd inning. Now the payoff pitch here from Kumar, and that's high for ball 4. Sokol wasn't chasing that one, Gary.
No, he was not, and give him credit. He worked that count after a few pitches that Nick threw on the outside corner and the inside corner. Didn't chase that pitch with 2 strikes.
Now bring up Alexander Zilka, the DH. Senior batting .308. Has shown some power already on the season. 2 homers and 8 RBIs. Now the throw over to first, and out at first is Sokol. So Sokol picked off the nice move there from Kumar to end the inning.
No
so the
doubt
Mustangs
about
will take
right
that.
Here in front of us, he was out.
And we'll move to the bottom of the first. Scoreless, Laurel, Highlands, and Belle Vernon here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Democrats and Republicans vote for experience. Re-elect Curtis Matthews, North Union Township Supervisor. Kurt will continue to vote no to increase your taxes in North Union. He'll continue to secure funding to improve infrastructure, continue developing and improving recreation areas, and expanding the Sheepskin Trail. Kurt Matthews will continue to work as a team with his fellow supervisors and for all residents of North Union Township, Democrat or Republican. Vote for Curtis Matthews, the most qualified, experienced, and dedicated candidate.
Paid for by the Friends to re-elect Curtis Matthews, North Union Township Supervisor.
Moving to the bottom of the first inning, Mustangs coming to bat. Here's Gary with their lineup.
Leading off for the Mustangs, Caden Early. He's playing center field wearing number 14. Number 6, Braden McKnight, the third baseman, bats second. Batting third, Nick Kumar, the pitcher, wearing number 16. In that fourth spot, number 18, catcher Alex McLean. Fifth spot, number 24, Zach Koffler, playing first. In the sixth spot, Braden O'Brien, the designated hitter. He's number 22. In the seventh spot, number 17, Carson D'Amico. He plays left field. Number 1, Joe Chambers, the second baseman, bats eighth, and batting ninth. Number 9, Tyler Sankovic at shortstop.
Defensively for Belle Vernon, they'll have Donovan Von Friedenberg in left, Brady Hoffman in center, Peyton Rothy in right. Around the horn, Seamus Joyce playing thirds. Tanner Stieber, the shortstop here today in place of Greco. Aiden Oaks playing second. Andrew Kostelnik playing first. Zachary Jackson catching. And Andrew Sokol on the mound, the lefty. This is his fourth appearance, 1-0 record, 2.52 ERA. Has worked 8 1/3 innings so far this season, giving up 6 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 11 strikeouts and 5 walks for the lefty, Andrew Sokol. And how does that change things for the Mustangs at the plate facing a lefty here today, Gary?
Well, it's always different. You don't see that many left-handed pitchers at the high school game, but I think the Mustangs will be able to adapt pretty easily to that.
And the junior center fielder, Caden Early, number 14, to lead things off, batting .455 with 3 RBIs for the Mustangs so far this season. And the first pitch, swing and a miss from Caden Early off the breaking ball from Andrew Sokol. Now Sokol appears like he wants to work quickly here.
We'd like to see that.
Yes, getting set now, a deep breath. And he'll wind and fire another breaking ball, and Early sends this one deep to center field and goes over the head of Brady Hoffman. Early on his way to second, he's going to head to third. Relay coming in, and here's the throw down to third, head first slide, and in safely with a leadoff triple, Caden Early.
Best play in baseball, Brian, that triple, and that one caught the center fielder for Belle Vernon. Brady Hoffman playing a little shallow. He turned and tried to go back, but it was over his head all the way, and once it got to the fence, the speedy Early, no doubt, was going for the triple.
How much of that do you think, when you look at Hoffman's situation there, Gary, was just maybe not being used to the ballpark?
That could be the big factor, especially with the high sun we have here today. But he was playing him a little bit shallow, and Early made him pay.
Table set for the Mustangs now here in the bottom of the first inning, with junior third baseman Braden McKnight coming to the plate, batting .294 with 3 RBIs. Early down at third, nobody out. Mustangs threatening here early on in the first pitch. A little one-hopper that was blocked there by Zachary Jackson.
Nice job there by Jackson. Very good fundamentals. Moved to his left, got his entire body in front of that ball in the dirt. No chance for Early to advance, and it's going to be difficult anyway. That backstop is very close to home plate.
Count 1-0 from the stretch. Sokol's 1-0 pitch on the way, and this a little one-hopper fielded there by Oaks. His only play over to first to Andrew Kostelnik to retire Braden McKnight, but McKnight picks up his 4th RBI of the season as Early scores the game's first run, and the Mustangs have a 1-0 lead.
Gets the job done, even with a ground ball to second. That's all you want to do in that situation. Man on third, leadoff, triple with nobody out. Get the ball in play.
And the Mustangs strike first, and now Nick Kumar coming to the plate. Still batting .556 with 5 RBIs. And the first pitch there misses for ball 1. Mustangs have hit the ball well. We mentioned have scored at least 10 runs in their last 3 conference games. Did struggle a little bit at the plate against a very strong Connellsville team, and there's a rip into the gap. Hoffman chasing as Kumar heads to second. Ball goes all the way back to the wall, and Kumar is just going to stop at second with a stand-up double. So that's 2 extra base hits for Laurel Highlands here in the bottom half of the first inning. The triple from Early, and now the stand-up double from Nick Kumar.
And that's 3 hard hit balls. Even the ground ball to second by McKnight was sharply hit. So the Mustangs kind of sizing up Andrew Sokol so far.
That'll bring up Alex McLean, the junior catcher, batting .417 with 6 RBIs. With Kumar now in scoring position at second and 1 out.
Actually, courtesy runner Guest comes in for Kumar.
Okay, the pitcher, the C.J. Guest to run. Now McLean set. And the pitch here from Sokol. And therefore a strike 0-1. Nice to see McLean back in the Mustang lineup after he got dinged up, Gary, about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and Coach DeBerry was really concerned with that, but apparently some good rehab got him back in there quickly.
Now the 0-1 pitch on the way, breaking ball, low and in the dirt. Another nice block there from Jackson, keeping the courtesy runner Gesk over at second base. Also nice to see Laurel Highlands head coach Scott DeBerry back out at the game. Coach DeBerry had a rough week last week, and good to see him out there. Not feeling 100%, but Sometimes being out here at the ballpark, Gary, is the best medicine. That one fouled off there by Alex McLean.
Does me a lot of good.
Yes, it does. Good rehab for all of us at the end of the day.
And after a year of COVID, it's outstanding.
For sure. For sure. Of course, we did not have a spring high school sports season last year. These two teams getting back in the groove. And Sokol, another glance back at second, delivers the next pitch, and this one hit on the ground. Good defensive play there from Stieber, keeping Gesk over at second and making the throw over to Kostelnik to retire McLean 6-3 for the second out of the inning.
That ball was hit hard also. Took a big bounce nicely there for shortstop Stieber, and he did make a very nice play, keeping Gesk at second.
He didn't look like a third-string shortstop there.
Absolutely not.
Now that'll bring up Zach Koffler, the senior first baseman, batting .308 with 3 RBIs. The courtesy runner Gesk on second. Lefty Sokol on the mound. Mustangs leading 1-0. And a breaking ball and a swing and a miss from Koffler on the count at 0-1.
So every Mustang so far has put the bat on the ball, so that's a good sign here early.
Laurel Highlands hoping that trend continues. I mentioned Sokol's strikeout to walks ratio, 11 strikeouts, 5 walks, and 8 1/3 so far. Runner going, and that one was another low pitch that Jackson kind of lost, and it allowed Guest to get down to third.
He was able to snatch it, but didn't even know he had it in the glove.
Correct. And it took him a little while to figure out where the ball was, even though, as Gary said, he had it all along. And now Koffler trying to deliver with Gesk now down at third. The next pitch high and outside. Moves the count now to 3-1.
I think we got 2-1, Brian.
Yeah, 2-1. Correct, sorry. And 2-1 here. Sokol to Koffler. Another breaking ball, and that one popped up in foul territory here on the near side. It's going to go over the fence into the bullpen and out of play.
Not much room here down the first base line in foul territory for anything like that, but good job there by Koffler to get a piece of it, try to go with the pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Sokol in a long look in. It'll be 2-2 now to Zach Koffler after the foul ball, and that one, another one-hopper block there by Jackson. Now that'll take us full to 3-2. With 2 outs as we work here in the bottom of the first inning. Braden McKnight driving in Caden early for the game's only run so far. After early led off this bottom of the first inning with a triple to center field. Nick Kumar also a stand-up double in this bottom half of the first inning. His courtesy runner over at third base right now as Koffler stays alive there with a little foul tip.
Ball might have been out of the zone, but can't take any chance there. Good job by Koffler protecting the plate.
So 3-2 again. The lefty Sokol to Zach Koffler, the 5th Mustang to bat here in this bottom half of the first inning. Battle for first place in Section 3-4A this afternoon. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Belle Vernon Leopards. 3-2 pitch again, and that one fouled off again by Zach Koffler. So the Mustangs at least making Sokol throw some pitches here, Gary, in the bottom of the first inning.
Absolutely. It's turned into about a 7-pitch at bat now for Koffler. And that puts Sokol up to 17 pitches here in the first.
What did Kumar throw in the top half of the first, Gary?
16.
Okay. And pretty even early on, but this inning not done yet. Another 3-2 pitch on the way. Another breaking ball, and it's done now. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 as Koffler goes down. The Mustangs strand Gesk over at third, but they do pick up a run here in the bottom half of the first inning. Laurel Highlands 1, Belle Vernon 0, heading to the top of the second here on the C. Alvarado Group High School Sports Day.
WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital in cooperation.org to complete individual registration. Registrations will be sent to a call bank, and calls will be returned within 72 hours. Again, to schedule your COVID-19 vaccine, call 724-430-3900. That's 724-430-3900 between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Monday through Friday, or visit fayettecountpa.org to complete registration. The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital COVID-19 vaccine clinic is located inside the Uniontown Mall inside the former Burlington Coat Factory. WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, the new us, here for you.
Moving down to the
bad day at the office, bad day behind the wheel. Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Here's Gary to bring you the second inning.
Quickly back for the second inning. Stepping in, Zilka, he was at the plate when the inning ended in the first, but never saw a pitch. Now 1 ball to him. Fastball at the letters, 1-1 now as Nick comes with the heat. So count that as a 1-2-3 inning in the first. 2 strikeouts and a pickoff at first base. Zilka now with a chance with nobody on. Curveball in there nicely now for Nick. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mustangs straight away in center and right. A little shaded towards center field. In left is Carson D'Amico. There's a check swing. Did he go? They say no. Ball was low and outside. Almost got him to go, but he did check the swing. 2-2. Leadoff hitter here in the second for Belle Vernon. Due up behind Zilka would be Joyce and Stieber. 2-2 offering. Fastball just on the outside corner. Caught looking is Zilka for the first out. And that's going to bring up Seamus Joyce, the third baseman for Belle Vernon. Already 3 strikeouts for Nick Kumar through 1 1/3 innings. Joyce stepping in that 5th spot, trying to get something going here for Belle Vernon. Nick goes right at him, and a foul ball off the right side on the screen, strike 1. Again, the Mustangs shade Joyce just a little bit to center field on the left side, leaving a lot of room down that left field line, relying on that speed from Nick Kumar. He comes with the fastball again. Right down the middle for strike 2.
Sorry, Gary, I was working on a little audio issue we had here. I think it's rectified right now.
Hey, you got to take care of that stuff.
Yes.
0-2 count. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So another K for Nick Kumar.
Did Zilka go down swinging too?
He did. No, he was looking.
Looking, okay.
2 quick outs here in the second. We'll bring up Tanner Stieber, the shortstop. He'll bat from the left side.
Stieber just 4 at-bats so far this season, but he's 3 of 4, batting .750. Sophomore shortstop, we mentioned getting the start in place of the injured Greco here today.
Made a nice play in the first inning against the Mustangs. Looks at ball 1. Nick working from the windup. Here's the 1-0 pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now to Tanner Stieber. Fans lined up all the way down left field line here at Mustang Field.
Told you it was fill up.
1-1 pitch is inside. Almost caught him. Hopping out of the way there was Stieber. You're right about that, Brian. There's plenty of cars out there for foul balls.
Look at the Leopards. They've sent 5 men to the plate and 4 strikeouts already from Kumar. So mowing them down here early on.
2-1 count now to Stieber. Fastball chopped foul right behind home plate. Good pitch. Might have to move the outfield a little further around to the left side now. With Stieber, looked like he was a little bit behind that one, but playing shallow out in left is D'Amico. Here's a pitch, high, so the count runs full, 3-2. Once again, Stieber trying to get things started with 2 outs here for Belle Vernon. Nick with the signal. Nods in approval. Here's a pitch. Right on the outside corner for strike 3 looking. So 3 Ks in the inning for Nick Kumar. So far dominating the Belle Vernon Leopards. We'll go to the bottom of the second with the Mustangs on top 1-0 here on WMBS, the Trib Live High School Sports Network, and the South Union Township Sports Network.
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. Need a touch-up or full body paint job? Our water-based paint system gives the best match for your color. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports team and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Visit Sea Harbor Chevy East and drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox with all-wheel drive for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is for GMF or well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 tax credit equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends May 3rd, 2021. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231 or visit SeaHarborChevyEast.com.
Welcome back to Mustang Field. 2 up for the Mustangs. First batter, Braden O'Brien, looks at ball 1 low. He's a designated hitter here this afternoon. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to mention batting .250 with 2 RBIs so far this season.
2 up after him. D'Amico looks at ball 2, and Chambers Sankovic in the hole for the Mustangs here in the bottom of the second with a 1-0 lead. 2-0 pitch now from Sokol. And there's a pop-up in the infield, a high pop. Looking up into the sunlight was the second baseman, Aiden Oakes. Flipped those sunglasses down and made a nice catch right along the first base line in the shallow right field for the first out.
Sun definitely causing some issues, especially for those Belle Vernon defenders here this afternoon, as Carson D'Amico will come to the plate. And you look at Carson's average so far this season, Gary. He's batting .643 with 8 RBIs. Continues to play very well this season, junior left fielder.
He's had some very clutch hits at some very important times that have started rallies and finished rallies for the Mustangs.
Comes to bat here with 1 out and the base is empty, and the Mustangs up 1-0.
Might want to had O'Brien take another pitch there at 2-0 as D'Amico now looks at a strike a little high, but it was called at the letters, 1-1. Working from the windup, number 18 Sokol, left-hander. Again, comes up high above the letters, but a swing and a miss that time by D'Amico runs the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
You kind of sense Sokol starting to get into the groove of things right now for Belle Vernon.
Looks that way. Loosening up a little bit, and the Mustangs a little bit off balance at home plate. Here's a pitch. Just misses outside, does not get the call. Sokol wanted that one. Little hop, skip, and a jump there as he did not get the call.
Tony and I were discussing that last week as well, Gary. Sometimes for these away pitchers, you might have an inning or 2 adjustment before they can kind of get comfortable dealing with a new mound, new park, and also coming off the bus.
There's a ground ball down third, and that might be trouble. And I think they called it foul off his foot right in the box. So that's why Sokol went ahead and hit the ball, because he heard foul ball from the home plate umpire. He had no play had that not been a called foul right at the plate.
We saw that with last Wednesday's Uniontown Elizabeth Forward game as well. Uniontown jumped on EF 2 runs in the bottom of the first inning, and after that, the Elizabeth Forward pitcher got into the groove, and Uniontown couldn't touch him the rest of the way. And you sometimes have that, especially with pitchers coming into a new park they haven't pitched at before.
2-2 pitch, high and outside, so he runs the count full. So give D'Amico credits, laid off that one.
And so much balance in this conference this year, Gary. Belle Vernon at 4-0, then 3 teams, Elizabeth Forward, Laurel, Highlands, and West Mifflin, all currently sitting at 3-1 in the conference.
There's a swing and a miss, and D'Amico was not ready for that one. Did not want to swing, but at the last minute took a cut at it for the strikeout. So 2 quick outs here in the second. That'll bring up Joe Chambers.
We're certainly starting to see some separation in the section. Belle Vernon, Elizabeth Ford, Laurel, Highlands, and West Mifflin separating themselves from Uniontown, Greensburg, Salem, and Ringgold. And that Elizabeth Ford sweep of Uniontown last week really put the Red Raiders behind the 8 ball for the rest of the season.
Got that right. The Mustangs' win over West Mifflin is an important one.
Oh, for sure. Well, they split there as well.
Right,
and I think it's one of the reasons you have those two teams a game back of Belle Vernon for first place in the conference. And it's going to be interesting to see the results of that Belle Vernon-West Mifflin series later on in the week as well.
That one just a little low as Chambers took a look at that first pitch. 1 ball.
Chambers, junior second baseman, batting .312 with 6 RBIs, batting from the 8th position in the Mustang batting lineup here this afternoon.
Sokol with some confidence now, and there's a little dribbler right at the third base dugout for strike 1 to Joe Chambers. 2 outs here in the inning. Mustangs on top, 1-0. Scored on that leadoff triple by Caden Early in the first inning. Brought home by the ground ball to second by Braden McKnight, and that's where we stand, 1-0.
Yeah, and they'll play under the lights tomorrow down at the De Virgilio Sports Complex.
There's a strike called at the knees. Sokol getting that call. So now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chambers needs to protect now. Go into his 2-strike method of batting. Here's a pitch. Here's a shot into center field, right at the center fielder, and this time he is able to jump and make the catch. Out there in center field, Brady Hoffman got a nice jump on that, but still had to athletically leap and make that catch for the 3rd out. We'll go to the top of the 3rd. Mustangs still on top 1-0 here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and the South Union Township Sports Network.
With the rest of the world, Peachin Pharmacy is following the developments of the COVID-19 pandemic. Your safety is a priority at Peachin Pharmacy. For prescriptions, you have many options. Peachin's offers free delivery, free mail, and curbside pickup. If you come into the store, Peachin's follows all of the CDC and state safety recommendations. As always, if you have concerns about your medications, call 724-626-9600 or visit Peachin Pharmacy inside the Peachin Market in Connellsville or online at peachinpharmacy.com.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? M&R Transit is now hiring van drivers. Van drivers must be 26 years of age, have a valid driver license, and a clean driving record. Van drivers must be able to obtain all clearances. For more information, call 724-439-3164. That's 724-439-3164 or apply in person at M&R Transit, 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue. M&R Transit wishes the Laurel Highlands Mustangs good luck.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Aiden Oaks leading things off here for Belle Vernon in the top half of the 3rd inning. Laurel Highlands a 1-0 lead. It's Oaks, Rothy, and Jackson for the Leopards here in the top half of the 3rd. New Kumar fires the next pitch and a little line drive, a little one-hop there in front of Jace Hampy and right for a leadoff single here for Aiden Oaks in the top of the 3rd. First hit of the afternoon, Gary, for the Leopards.
Good bit of batting there by Oaks also. Had that pitch from Nick Kumar on the outside part of the plate, just stroked it right over the second baseman Chambers into right field.
The only other base runner for Belle Vernon so far today was Andrew Sokol, who walked and then got picked off immediately over at first base. And Oaks looks like he might be attempting a steal here for the Leopards, and a breaking ball high, maybe an intentional high pitch there from Nick Kumar, maybe trying to get Oaks dancing down to second.
Had to be really high, too, because number 22, Peyton Rothy, looks like he's about 6'2".
Yes. Rothy, good size. Has had only 2 at-bats so far this season, 0 for 2. Senior right fielder. And again, we mentioned the Leopards had a couple of injuries to deal with. Throw over to first, and back safely that time is Oaks. Didn't have quite as much of a lead as he did last time.
Good move by Nick Kumar over here to first base. Quick with the throw.
Making sure that Oaks is back on the bag, and sometimes Nick might be trying to catch Oaks leaning off to the right and then fire it back over in Koffler's direction. Now he'll step off again.
Little gamesmanship going on between Nick and Rothy. 1 ball.
That's been it so far. 1-0 count. Nobody out. Top of the third, and the throw over to first, and again very close. As Oaks barely back safely.
Nice hard tag there by Kumar. I'm sorry, it's Koffler.
Koffler, correct. Had a 2, maybe 2.5 step lead off of first again for Oaks. Kumar delivers, and that one inside.
Called a strike. He went to bunt it, and he went through, Brian.
Correct, wow. And the count now even at 1-1.
Tried to get out of the way, but his bunt motion was continuous.
Good break there for the Mustangs. Nick again taking his time. 1-1 pitch, fastball again showing bunt, and therefore a strike. Now 1-2 to Peyton Rothy. Kumar already 5 strikeouts for the Mustangs. The only out that wasn't a strikeout was Sokol, who got picked off first to end the top half of the first inning. The 1-2 pitch in there for strike 3, so that's strikeout number 6 for Nick Kumar.
4 of them looking, Brian.
Yes. Out of those backwards Ks. Now Zachary Jackson coming to the plate. Jackson's provided some punch at the bottom of the lineup for the Leopards so far this season, batting .364 with an RBI. Junior catcher. Now Kumar waiting the first delivery here to Jackson. It's a fastball, and stepping out and calling time was Jackson. And that pitch a no-go.
Nick trying to freeze him at the plate there. Took a little extra time with that delivery, and Jackson just the last second was able to call timeout as another throw over here to first.
Oaks again back safely.
Those don't count as pitches, but he throws them pretty hard.
Yes,
over
he
here.
does. It won't go in the official pitch count. That fastball missing low. 1-0 now to Zachary Jackson. Brady Hoffman to the top of the order, due up next for the Leopards. Again, 1 out, top of the third inning, a 1-0 lead for Laurel Highlands over Belle Vernon. Braden McKnight driving in Caden early for the game's only run. And that pitch in there for a strike.
Belle Vernon might have some strategy here to take some pitches against Nick, try to get him deep in the pitch count.
Count now 1-1. You see that a lot now in the majors. 1-1 on the way. Ground ball getting through down the first base line. Fair ball as Koffler was unable to snag it. Here's the relay coming in to Zach. No, but runners on the corner. So big hit there from Zachary Jackson to give the Leopards runners on the corners and 1 out here in the top half of the third inning.
Giving him a hit there, Brian?
You think Koffler should have had it?
Well, I think he did, but I think it's still going to give him a hit.
Yeah.
He's holding him on, and he was right
Correct.
there when it came down the first base line, and should have just been able to smother that one.
He didn't boot it, but...
Yeah, it just got under his glove.
Correct.
Now first and third with just 1 out, and leadoff hitter Hoffman at the plate.
One of 6 strikeout victims of Kumar, first time through the lineup. You'll have a courtesy runner here, Gary. It's going to be number 6, Dane Aiden.
Probably have some speed, you'd have to believe, bringing in a courtesy runner. So look for some running here by the Belle Vernon Leopards.
And in a senior, as we said, wearing number 6. And about a 2.5 step lead off of first. 1 out here in the inning. A nice breaking ball there from Kumar into Brady Hoffman, and the count at 0-1. Oaks led off the inning with a single to right. Another throw over to first. And
almost had it leaning.
Yes, and barely got back safely there. Rothy struck out, and then Jackson with a single down the first baseline. Kumar's now 0-1 to Hoffman, and Hoffman a little chopper should tie the game. Throw over to second for the outs. But the run still scores, so give Hoffman his third RBI of the season. Driving in Oaks. This game now tied at 1.
No chance there for Sankovic. Nice to get that front runner, though, as he flipped it over to Chambers at second. And that slow bouncing ball, not a chance for a double play either.
And I'll bring up Donovan von Fredenberg, who struck out looking back in the first inning. Fifth Leopard's a bat here in the top of the third. Takes the first pitch for a strike from Nick Kumar, 0-1.
So Nick's still working pretty strongly.
Now the 0-1 on the way. Fouled off. Kind of moves to 0-2 to von Fredenberg. A senior left fielder. Came in with a .462 average. Now with Hoffman on first, a run already across here in the top of the third inning to tie the game up at 1. And there's your strike 3 to end the innings. That's now 7 strikeouts for Nick Kumar, but the Leopards get a run back, and we're tied at 1 heading to the bottom of the third here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day.
Spring forward to home construction season. First Federal of Greene County's variety of construction and improvement loans puts you in charge of your dream home project. First Federal gives you all of the tools you need with construction loans, owner-builder loans, FHA Title I improvement loans, and home equity loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreene.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
Visit Sea Harbor Chevy East and drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox with all-wheel drive for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is for GMS or well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends May 3rd, 2021. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231 or visit SeaHarborChevyEast.com.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Ty Sankovic, Caden Early, and Braden McKnight due up for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs here in the bottom half of the third inning. Brian Morozak along with Gary Frankhauser, Jerry Dupay behind the camera, Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Nice to have you along with us for a Monday afternoon of high school baseball. Battle for first place in Section 3 4A, and a tight one so far as Laurel Highlands and Belle Vernon knotted up at 1 with the Mustangs coming to bat here in the bottom of the third. And a sophomore shortstop, Ty Sankovic, to lead things off, batting .368 with 3 RBIs.
Be nice to see if the Mustangs can answer that one run put up on the board by Belle Vernon. Here's their chance at the bottom of the third.
Got some big hitters behind Sankovic as well. Lefty Sokol, first pitch to Sankovic, breaking ball, and Ty rips it, fair ball down the first base line. This one's going to go all the way back to the fence. Sankovic on his way to second. Here's Rothy with a relay coming in, and they'll hold Sankovic for a stand-up double, but a nice way to start, Gary, this bottom half of the third inning.
First pitch hitting, the Mustangs being aggressive, and he just rips it down the first base line all the way into the corner. Possibly could have gone to third, but I think good strategy there.
I agree.
Holding him up at second.
It's the third extra base hit for Laurel Highlands so far today. Caden Early led off the bottom of the first inning with a triple to center field. He scored the Mustangs' only run. Nick Kumar also a stand-up double back in that bottom of the first inning. But the Mustangs threatening now with the game tied at 1, nobody out. And now in at first, and that one ripped right in the direction of Andrew Kostelnik. Into right field, on his way to second is Caden Early, and the throw down to second, and Early is safe. And the Mustangs actually held Gary Sankovic down at third.
Yeah, a little bit curious there, but the ball did get to the right fielder very quickly. Rothy came up with it and made a nice throw into the cutoff man, but never stopping, going around first base. Caden Early beat the throw into second. So second and third, nobody out. That's not bad either.
It's very rare you see a man on second and then a double hit And the runner that was on second not scoring on the play. And that was also a situation where Kostelnik coming in really made for a tough play for him to try to feel that rip from early down the first base line.
He did make a nice play out there right field, though. Rothy came up quickly.
Now Braden McKnight at the plate. Took ball one from Sokol. Runners on second and third. Nobody out. Game tied at 1. 1-0 pitch on the way here. McKnight a little foul tip to even up the count at 1-1. McKnight picked up an RBI on a 4-3 ground out back in the first inning. His 4th RBI of the season. Now an opportunity maybe to get a few more here, Gary, with 2 in scoring position and nobody else.
And Belle Vernon playing deep at shortstop, second, and first. So all he has to do again is put it in play.
Did that last time with a ground ball to second. Breaking ball here on the 1-1, and therefore a strike. And surprise McKnight didn't go around there. Now behind 1-2.
Give credit there to Sokol. Come with the breaking pitch and kind of froze McKnight.
Now the 1-2. Sokol 2 strikeouts already. Looking for number 3 right here. 1-2 pitch, another breaking ball. McKnight stays alive with another foul tip.
Good job there by Braden. Waited on that off-speed pitch and just got a little piece of it to stay alive.
Count remains 1-2. Mustangs looking for a bounce back after yielding a run in the top half of the inning. 2 on, nobody out. 1-2 count here from Sokol to Braden McKnight. And the 1-2 pitch on the way, another breaking ball. Just foul down the first baseline.
Good wood on that one also, but just pulled a little bit foul outside the baseline down here at first base.
Seen a lot of action down this first baseline so far on both sides. Getting a ball in there to Mike Smith, coaching first here for the Mustangs. 1-2 again. Sokol to McKnight. And the pitch popped up in foul territory on the left side and out of play. Bouncing off a couple of cars up there.
Back over the sold-out crowd down the first base line.
You don't need tickets here, though. If you're watching or listening, come on up. Still listen to us and enjoy all the action. 1-2 pitch on the way, another breaking ball, and fouled off the exact same direction. Popular spot up there. McKnight doing a nice job to hang in there for the Mustangs.
Getting some pitches out of Sokol. Those first 2 batters, first pitch hitting.
But they were productive at-bats. Yes. Now 1-2 here again. Sokol to McKnight. That one high, getting away there from Jackson, but the runners will remain on second and third. As you mentioned earlier, Gary, not much room there behind home plate.
The ball ricochets off the padding behind home plate and comes almost halfway back to home plate, so really no chance to advance on wild pitches here at Mustang Field unless they ricochet down the line.
Now the count at 2-2. Sokol to McKnight again, a breaking ball. McKnight, another one-hopper to second. This will score a run. And a good play there from Oaks over to Kostelnik. Throw down to third, head first, slide back in safely there early. But Stankovic scores on the play. Second RBI of the game for McKnight. Both results go as 4-3 in the books, but McKnight now 5 RBIs on the season. And still just 1 out here in the inning with the Mustangs now on top 2-1. And Nick Kumar coming to the plate. He doubled to center field first time up.
With a man on at third base again, Belle Vernon still has their infield way back, so counting on themselves to be able to produce runs. Not really looking to cut off the runner trying to score on an infield ground ball.
A good job for the Mustangs to answer that run they yielded in the top half of the third inning, getting one back here, and still just 1 out in the inning as Nick Kumar takes the first pitch for ball 1.
That was a good pitch, just missing on the inside part of the plate.
Kumar came in with a .556 average.
Added to that in the first inning with that double.
Now the 1-0 here from Sokol, and Kumar another rip. This one in the gap in the left center field, and it gets away from Von Friedenberg out there in the left. Relay now comes in, but Kumar will drive in Caden early. And now 2 across here for the Mustangs in the bottom half of the third inning, and they lead it 3-1.
He just rips the cover off the ball. looks for that pitch right where he wants it and takes it where it's pitched, that time going to left center, and never stops going around first as he had the play right in front of him. Left fielder for Belle Vernon, Vaughn Frendenberg, had a little difficulty grabbing that, so gets to second with one out.
You going to score that, Gary, a single and an error or a double?
Single and an error.
Okay. Now at the plate, first pitch swinging, sending it foul there, Alex McLean. Now gets the single, the RBI, and the E7.
If he fields that cleanly.
I think he's out at second,
yeah.
Correct. Or Kumars is back at first.
Right.
McLean now after the foul ball behind 0-1. He grounded out 6-3 back in the first inning. He might have a little bullpen activity soon here for the Leopards. This one popped up down the first base line, and no play on it for Belle Vernon.
Again, out of play down the first base line, but not sure what was, I think they were just retrieving balls down the left field line there, Brian.
Okay.
I have Sokol unofficially at 46 pitches.
I have made him work a little bit. Now 2 strikes on Alex McLean. Breaking ball. McLean stays alive, sending it foul again on the left side off the fence in front of the Leopards dugout. Mustangs next week will play a series against Greensburg-Salem, again home here on Monday. At Greensburg-Salem on Tuesday. Again, we'll have both games for you here on WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network. Understand they have some power for us, Gary, down at Greensburg-Salem. That was an issue down there for a number of years. We'll be able to bring you the game in both games actually next week here on WMBS, the South Union Township Sports Network, and the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
You have that kind of influence, Brian. You know, you ask for it.
Well, apparently they got a new scoreboard out there, so I think that aided in getting some power out to that field. And it's been a few years since the Mustangs and the Golden Lions have been in the same section.
Well, now that they know we're live streaming everything.
Yeah, I think they're going to do what they can.
Absolutely.
To get us some power out there to bring you the action. Runner going, throw down to third.
Nice.
And in safely there once again, the courtesy runner C.J. Gesk. Another stolen base.
Big jump by Gesk. Nicely done as he read the pitcher perfectly, and an outside pitch, really no chance to get the speedy Gesk down to third.
Our plan is, as of right now, assuming we don't have any scheduled changes, to bring you the rest of the section season at least home and away for the Mustangs. Live, both on the radio and on Facebook Live. That one fouled off by McLean, again staying alive. Now with one out, you have Gesk down at third.
Yeah, that's a nice thing to have.
Correct. Get a ground ball out and score another run.
And again, Belle Vernon's still playing deep, trailing 3-1.
Mustangs looking for a little additional insurance. Next pitch to McLean as he tries to stay alive. Count remaining at 1-2. Seems like it's been at 1-2 for a while now.
Fouled off several pitches.
A deep breath there from Sokol. 1-2 and again sent foul.
Coach DeBerry having to dodge that one.
Yes. I'm sure he doesn't want to move too much, Gary, with the week that he had last week.
He's staying in the shade over there.
He is. A little conversation here on the Leopard side with first baseman Andrew Kostelnik chatting with pitcher Andrew Sokol. Big spot here for the Leopards as the Mustangs threatening again. 2 already across here in the bottom half of the third, and still only 1 out. Another 1-2 pitch here to Alex McLean. That one low and inside, moves it now to 2-2.
Productive at-bats for the Mustangs with runners in scoring position so far here. We're just in the third inning.
Sokol again, now 2-2 to McLean. And time called there by Alex. There was a little one-hopper there from Sokol. McLean came in with a .417 average and 6 RBIs. And grounded out 6-3 back in the first inning.
Big spot here. You don't want to leave that runner down at third with just 1 out. Put it in play somewhere again.
And the count at 2-2. Pitch on the way, and this ball chopped on the left side. Good job there from Stieber. Throw over to first, not in time. An infield single and an RBI for Alex McLean. Plating the courtesy runner, C.J. Gesk.
Showing some excitement as he sprinted down that first base line. Tough play out there at shortstop for Stieber. Had to go to his right in the hole a little bit. Made a nice backhand grab and got it over here to first, but not in time.
And now Zach Koffler will be the sixth Mustang to bat here in this bottom of the third inning with 3 runs already across. And now the Laurel Highlands lead up to 4-1. Another courtesy runner for the Mustangs, this time Carson Broadwater on to run. He's on first, still just 1 out, and Zach Koffler, who struck out back in the first inning at the plate.
Broadwater, courtesy runner for Alex McLean.
Koffler came into the game with a 3.08 average and 3 RBIs. A big inning here for the Mustangs. And that ball sent foul on the left side by Koffler. Yet a win by Laurel Highlands this afternoon would tie the Mustangs atop the Section 3 4A standings with Belle Vernon. Elizabeth Ford and West Mifflin also came in with 3-1 records. And both are actually playing this afternoon in Section 3 4A games. And that pitch misses there to Koffler.
It's already 24 pitches this inning, Brian.
A lot of pitches being thrown there from Andrew Sokol.
Now DeBerry's going to talk to Koffler. Playing deep down there at third base for Belle Vernon is Joyce, and one down that third base line would be an easy hit, but I'm not sure Koffler's the bunting type.
No. Elizabeth Ford and West Mifflin, Gary, by the way, playing each other this afternoon. So if the Mustangs would win, you'd have a 3-way tie for first place. Winner of that game would join the Mustangs and the Leopards atop the section standings.
As I say that, Joyce comes in. Going to be in on the grass now.
Trying to mix things up defensively. Still just 1 out. And a 1-1 count here. Sokol to Koffler. As the sun now goes behind a cloud on that pitch off the plate. And the count now 2-1. And the courtesy runner Broadwater on first.
Good speed, senior Broadwater.
Count now 2-1. Sokol to Koffler. And pitch on the way again, missing low and outside. Count now 3-1. You can kind of sense Sokol's starting to struggle a little bit out there on the mound, Gary.
Well, a lot of pitches, and he's worked a lot from the stretch, which is certainly a different form than most high school pitchers are used to.
Now the 3-1 from the lefty Sokol to Koffler, and Zach sends it foul.
Make him work some more.
Yes, we'll go full again at 3-2. Been a long but productive bottom half of the third inning for Laurel Highlands.
Still just 1 out.
Behind Koffler, you have Braden O'Brien.
For Broadwater to take off here.
Yeah, why not? 3-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball, and Koffler sends this one high in the air to right field. Getting under it, making the grab there is Rothy for the second out of the inning, and back to first goes Broadwater. A little bit easier out there for Rothy now with the sun behind the clouds.
Yeah,
Up next for the Mustangs,
completely different.
Hitter, 22, Braden
I'll bring up Braden O'Brien to the plate. O'Brien, the DH sophomore, popped up to Aiden Oaks in the bottom of the second inning. A little wind picking up here as well. Blowing a little dust around. Sokol's first pitch to O'Brien. And first pitch swinging here, sending this one deep to center field, backing up and making the grab. There's Brady Hoffman for the third out of the inning, but the Mustangs get 3 and lead it 4-1 over Belle Vernon, heading to the top half of the fourth here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day.
Hi, I'm Russ Plaho, your local Allstate agent. The number 21 has always had a special meaning to me. When I was young, it meant reaching adulthood. As a lifelong Pirates fan, the number 21 meant one thing, the great Roberto Clemente. 3,000 hits, MVP, World Series hero, but more than that, a great humanitarian who will always be remembered for losing his life in a rescue mission to help those in need. And now, the number 21 represents my 21st anniversary as your local Allstate agent. I would like to think that, like Roberto, I know the importance of community involvement as well as helping neighbors. Over the past 21 years, my staff and I have committed ourselves to learning about our customer needs and personalizing protection for them. From bundling auto, home, and life insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverages based on their protection needs. Are you in good hands? Call me, Russ Blejo, at 724-439-9700 or stop by my office on Lebanon Avenue today for a free quote.
This is Gary Sisson from Sisson Pre-Owned. If you're looking for a great used car at a great price, give us a call at 724-438-2819 or visit us on the web at SissonPreowned.com. During these trying times, we are doing everything 100% online, from financing to virtual walkarounds and home delivery. Visit us on the web at SissonPreowned.com or give us a call, 724-438-2819.
Welcome back, Brian Rozak, along with Gary Frankhauser and Jared Dupay on the camera for the top of the fourth. And there's a shot down the third base line leading off for Belle Vernon. And just foul is Andrew Sokol, the pitcher. So got to move everyone over that way as Nick showed some heat on that fastball. Almost inside the third base line, but it's a strike nonetheless.
Can't forget about Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios as well, Gary.
Absolutely. Cannot forget about Nick. There's a curveball for ball one. 1-1. Sokol, the third batter in the order. Middle of the lineup, due up here for Belle Vernon, as the Mustangs did answer that one run in the third. Let's see what happens here. And that one's a shot again off the dugout on the third base side. So everything that Sokol was making contact with is going to the left side of the infield and outfield for the Mustangs. So you don't want to give that line away and allow for an extra base hit.
And Sokol walked and was picked off back in the first inning. I think Nick wants a new baseball.
Yep. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. From the windup, Nick Coomer inside. Might have almost got him, but getting out of the way there was Sokol as the ball goes back to the backstop. Retrieving it there is the catcher for the Mustangs, Alex McLean.
Got to get away in a hurry. Some of those fastballs from Nick Kumar.
2-2 now, the count to Andrew Sokol. Bring the heat now, but he does throw the curveball, and that's just outside of first base. It's going to be foul.
Mustangs pleading for a fair ball there.
That's definitely foul. And try what you can try.
Yes. Couple folks checking in on our Facebook Live feed. Tammy Frankhauser and Dave Fitzpatrick both saying go Mustangs. Christy Oaks rooting on the Leopards today. Tony is not checked in from Florida, Jerry.
2-2 to Sokol again. Just misses high and outside, so runs the count full, 3-2. Leadoff hitter here in the top half of the fourth inning for Belle Vernon. The Mustangs on top, 4-1. Nick trying to there's a strike 3 called on the outside corner as Sokol was throwing his bat to the dugout, but it is strike 3 call on the outside corner. And that's the first out for Nick Kumar as he does get that first batter, all-important first batter here in the fourth inning.
I also have to thank Larry Kumar as well, Gary, running the scoreboard for us here today on our Facebook Live feed.
Outstanding effort there by Mr. Kumar. And that brings up Alexander Zilka, the DH. Low and in the dirt on the outside part of the plate. Struck out looking back in the second. So now Nick with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strikeouts.
That's what I have. They need the calculator soon if it keeps on mowing them down.
1-0 pitch, low and outside again, so a little bit behind in the count now. Nick, does not want to build up that pitch count.
Sun back out here as well. It's bright in our face right now.
Yeah. We'll take it. Two-0 offering. That's low and outside. So 3 pitches exactly in the same spot for Nick. Now 3-0.
We missed Larry Kumar, Gary, last week when Tony and I did the game down at Bailey. We had to keep that scoreboard ourselves. It's not easy when you're trying to do the game.
There's ball 4 high. So 4-pitch walk to Zilka puts a man on for Belle Vernon with 1 out here in the top half of the 4th inning. Brings up Seamus Joyce, the third baseman.
It's only the second walk that Kumar has issued so far in this game. And Laurel Highlands on top 4-1. Now Belle Vernon a base runner with 1 out here in the top of the 4th.
Nick will have to work from the stretch and brings the heat at letter high. Taking a rip at it there was Joyce. Fouls it back for strike 1.
Zilka 2 home runs already this season. He's now on first, and Joyce has also hit a home run for the Leopards.
Nick with that good move over to first keeps him honest.
Zilka, nice hit for a slide back safely there for the Leopards.
Joyce, another of Nick's strikeout victims back in the second as he struck out the side that inning. This one high and inside, so a little bit of a control issue here in the 4th. Rare walk by Nick, second walk of the game.
No damage, though, done yet.
1-1 pitch, another timeout called. That seems to be the theme here this afternoon, Brian. Batters calling timeout.
Yeah, you have 2 conference rivals, big game for first place in the conference. I think you're going to get some head games from time to time.
Nick now quickly delivers high pitch, but swung on and missed by Joyce for strike 2, so gets him to chase. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now to Jameis Joyce, the third baseman for Belle Vernon. Soft throw over to first base this time.
Just trying to keep him honest.
Knew there was no chance to get him, but he had to continue to throw. Avoid the balk. 1-2 pitch, and that's strike 3 on the swing. I thought he got a piece of it, but apparently not, and it was caught anyway by McLean, so give McLean an assist on that strikeout.
Now 9 strikeouts for Nick Kumar. And I bring up Tanner Stieber, the sophomore shortstop.
Also struck out looking back into second. Nick with the first pitch, high and outside. Throw down to first. Quick snap throw by McLean, but back in safely is Zilka.
Gary, it's the first time since 2016 these 2 teams in the same conference. Nice to have the little rivalry back. Laurel Highlands swept the season series last time the 2 schools played in the same conference, winning 11-1 and 5-0.
Pitch high and outside again by Nick. Getting behind in the count on a few batters here in the inning.
It's hard to believe, as strong as the Belle Vernon program has been over the years, Belle Vernon has not won a WPIAL playoff game since 2012. They've lost 6 straight first-round WPIAL playoff games.
Well, you always run into good teams. There's no doubt about that. There's a strike on the outside corner to Stieber, taking all the way, trying to add base runners here for Belle Vernon in the 4th, trailing 4-1 to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Throw over again, and back safely was Zilka.
Had a nice run, though, back in 2012. Played for a WPIAL championship, lost in the WPIAL title game, and then made it to the PIAA quarterfinals. Like to duplicate that success now under second-year head coach Tony Watson.
There's a fastball late swing there by Stieber. Just chops it over to the third base side to the dugout, and what are they going to call? Catcher's interference. Wow. So the bat, that's why he was late, I guess. The bat hit McLean's glove. So that'll put runners on first and second with 2 outs.
So the rare CI.
Yeah.
Up next.
And I'll bring up Aiden Oakes, who had a big hit last time.
Runner in scoring position now.
Oakes scored the Leopards' only run so far in this game.
Koffler will play behind the runner here at first base, and the Mustangs trying to hold the runner close at second. as Oaks comes to the plate. Fastball in the outside corner for a strike.
His mother, Christy, watching. Aiden Oaks.
Here's the second pitch and foul back. So now Nick quickly ahead, 0-2. Aiden Oaks trying to put something in play with a runner in scoring position out there at second base in the form of Alexander Zilka. Here's a pitch, just misses outside. Good pitch there by Nick, trying to nibble that outside corner and get a swing and a miss, but just misses for ball one.
Bobby Ruggieri also checking in on our Facebook Live feed.
Big lead over here at first and trying to keep that runner honest. There's a throw behind, and he's going to be out at first base. Nice play by the Mustangs. Called play from the dugout, I would imagine, as Koffler was playing well behind the runner, had a huge lead, and he just snuck in, throws over by Nick, and that erases the runner and the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. The Mustangs still on top, 4-1.
No runs, no hits.
Here on WMBS, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Trib Live High School Sports.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation. There are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799.
Mom Maruka's Pizza Shop, located at 64 Barton Mill Road in Uniontown, is your prime place to enjoy local high school sports. Mom Maruka's is family-owned and operated, where pride of ownership certainly shows. The Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, subs, and wings. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday, 4 to 10 for indoor-outdoor dining and takeout. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu.
Visit C. Harper Chevy and drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox with all-wheel drive for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMS for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 tax-free equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Residence fee restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends May 3rd, 2021. Call a dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000 or visit CHarperChevy.com.
Welcome back here at Mustang Field. Mustangs able to get out of that little jam, and D'Amico starts it off with a shot into center field. High pop-up coming in and making the catch is the center fielder, Brady Hoffman, calling off the shortstop, Tanner Stieber. So first pitch hitting there for D'Amico. One out quickly for Andrew Sokol here in the bottom of the fourth with the Mustangs on top, 4-1. That'll bring up
Next, the
second baseman Joe Chambers.
Looking at the pitch total so far, Sokol now 61 pitches after that first pitch to D'Amico. Nick Kumar at 65 pitches through 4 innings.
A lot of first pitch hitting, too, for the Mustangs, so they were able to stretch that out last inning with 29 pitches for Sokol. 0-1 now to Joe Chambers, trying to get something started here in the fourth, and a swing and a miss for strike two. Nice off-speed offering there by Andrew Sokol. Still looking very comfortable from the windup.
Yeah, when he got into that situation where he was pitching for an extended period of time from the stretch, last inning is where he really seemed to struggle and labor a little bit.
Just misses on the outside. Sokol not getting the call. Trying to, again, have Joe Chambers go after that pitch just on the outside of home plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Going to need everyone to turn their radios on down the left field line there as our scoreboard went out.
Yeah, our scoreboard's actually working on TV on our live stream, but the scoreboard here at the field has actually gone out.
Here's a pitch. Just low, 2-2 now to Joe Chambers with 1 out here in the bottom half of the fourth inning.
So our score hub is actually the only official score hub right now.
Absolutely. 2-2 pitch. Curveball in there for strike three looking to Joe Chambers. Beautiful pitch that time by Andrew Sokol. Brought it in from the outside part of the plate over the middle for the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up Tyler Sankovic. Started things off in the third with that double down the first base line, and let's see if he can do something with 2 outs here in the fourth. As Sokol looking at a very quick inning. The ball high and outside.
So far, Sokol likes the even innings. Retired the Mustangs 1, 2, 3 in the second, and now D'Amico and Chambers both retired in the fourth. Of course, yielded a run in the first and then 3 in the third.
That one's low, so 2 balls now to Tyler Sankovic.
And these two teams will meet at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. We'll have it for you both here on WMBS and the Trib Live and South Union Township Sports Networks.
Nice accommodations down there in the press box.
Yes.
Inside for ball 3, so Tyler looking to get on base here with 2 outs.
Talked to Tony Watson before the game. He said he'll take care of us tomorrow night.
3-0 pitch taken all the way, ball 4. So Sankovic with speed is on with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the fourth inning, and that's going to bring up the top of the order with the hot hitting Caden Early. Triple in the first, single in the third. Scored 2 runs already for the Mustangs. Sankovic may look to try to get to second here with Early at the plate. Here's a pitch. Another shot in between short and third for the third hit of the game for Caden Early, as he keeps things going here in the fourth with a 2-out single. First and second now with 2 outs. Braden McKnight with 2 ground balls to second. Let's see if he can find a hole this time.
Now, Gary, did you score Early's hit in the third inning, a single and not a double?
I did. He went to second on the throw.
Okay. Hey, we went away from a home run for the cycle. If you would have given him a double there.
There's a shot into center field, left center, and moving over and can of corn there for Donovan Von Brandenburg for the left fielder for Belle Vernon. That ends the inning with no damage, so the Mustangs still lead 4-1. We'll go to the fifth here on WMBS, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Trib Live High School Sports.
Spring forward to home construction season. First Federal of Greene County's variety of construction and improvement loans puts you in charge of your dream home project. First Federal gives you all of the tools you need with construction loans, owner-builder loans, FHA Title I improvement loans, and home equity loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreene.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer wishes the best of luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs this season and in the playoffs. During these uncertain times, a lot of hard work goes into a successful season, and that includes the cooperation of players, coaches, and their families. South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer commends all of those whose hard work has gone into making this a successful season. Like our local teams, Robert Schiffbauer is working hard to make life better for the residents of South Union Township. Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs from South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer.
With the rest of the world, Peachin Pharmacy is following the developments of the COVID-19 pandemic. Your safety is a priority at Peachin Pharmacy. For prescriptions, you have many options. Peachin's offers free delivery, free mail, and curbside pickup. If you come into the store, Peachin's follows all of the CDC and state safety recommendations. As always, if you have concerns about your medications, call 724-626-9600 or visit Peachin Pharmacy inside the Peachin Market in Connellsville or online at peachinpharmacy.com.
Aiden Oaks, Peyton Rothy, and Zachary Jackson due up for the Belle Vernon Leopards here in the top half of the fifth inning as Oaks fouls off the first pitch there from Nick Kumar, 0-1. And Nick Kumar entering this top half of the fifth inning. 60-plus pitches, Gary.
I had him at 65 unofficially, so now 66.
This will be 67, which is off the plate to even up the count at 1-1. Have to thank our live stream sponsors today on WMBS for our live video feed, Jimmy John's in Uniontown and Ford of Uniontown. And also on the South Union Township Sports Network for the Sprouse Insurance Group and Agent David Hughes, United Bank. Davis & Davis attorneys at law. 1-1 pitch sent high in the air on the left side. And getting under it, Ty Sankovic will make the catch for the first outs of this top half of the fifth inning as Aiden Oaks retired. Also, South Union Township Supervisors Robert Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. Southwestern Gastrointestinal Specialist, SWGI in Uniontown, Zebly Mahaloff and White, Uniontown Business and Bankruptcy Attorneys, and UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive, Jim Burns, Director. Peyton Rothy now coming to the plate. Rothy, the senior, struck out looking back in the third inning and takes a strike here against Nick Kumar. Rothy now 0 for 3 at the plate this season. Another big cut. You said, Gary, plenty of size from Rothy. Tall kid.
Absolutely, but Nick looked like he blew those first two by him. Let's see what happens here.
0-2 on the way, and that one just, it is a punch out. Late call there from the home plate umpire. We'll take it. Double-digit strikeouts now for Kumar. And 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the fifth.
That's what you like to see from Nick. Don't waste any pitches. Just go after him.
Now Zachary Jackson coming to the plate. Jackson singled last time up. Batting .364 with an RBI. Nick's first pitch. And therefore a strike, 0-1. He's back in the groove here, Gary, for this top half of the fifth inning.
This is the first base line single that brought in the run.
Correct.
For Belle Vernon.
2 strikes now on Jackson. Nick and the Mustangs looking for a quick inning. Now the 0-2 on the way. On a little bit of a throwaway. Now 1-2. Again, Laurel Highlands on top 4-1 as we work here in the top half of the fifth.
I think he overthrew that one. Tried to bring it in at about 95 miles an hour and just a little high.
You folks on the radio side, I don't know if we did that justice. 1-2 on the way, and this one is strike 3. So 11 strikeouts for Nick Kumar. Mustangs still in the lead at 4-1. Hitting in the bottom half of the fifth here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Tech.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Visit Sea Harbor Chevy East and drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox with all-wheel drive for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is for GMF or well-qualified individuals, 24 months, 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 tax credit equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends May 3rd, 2021. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231 or visit SeaHarborChevyEast.com.
Next, Patrick Livingston for your next North Union Township Supervisor. I was born, raised, and currently reside in North Union Township. I have the desire, skills, and experience to help North Union Township continue to thrive. I hold a valid commercial driver's license and the ability to operate equipment necessary to maintain and benefit township residents. My ability to work well with others to ensure a job well done bodes well for the township's success. I am asking for your support in the upcoming election.
Paid for by the candidate.
Back here at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School, the Mustangs a 4-1 lead over Belle Vernon, heading to the bottom half of the fifth. Nick Kumar, Alex McLean, and Zach Koffler duo for the Mustangs. Still on the mound for Belle Vernon, Andrew Sokol.
Nick's got to be batting about 700 now, right?
Yep. Double and a single already. Came into the game with a .556 average. His courtesy runner, C.J. Gesk, stole a couple of bases, scored a run so far in this game. Nick, though, takes strike one here off of a nice breaking pitch from Andrew Sokol. Now Sokol's getting set here with the 0-1 to Nick Kumar. Long look into Zachary Jackson, the catcher. On the 0-1 pitch on the way, breaking ball. Nick chops it on the left side. Tough play. Stieber comes up with it. Throw over to first. Not in time. It's actually dropped there by Kostelnik.
Infield single, Brian.
Yes.
Tough play out there for Stieber. He got the short hop, but I think that Kumar had that beat anyway.
Next up for the Mustangs,
and
catcher, number 8,
over here at first base, unable to dig it out, was Kostelnik, but as I said, I don't think it mattered.
No. Nick now 3 for 3 today. He's on board with nobody out. And the Mustangs up 3 at 4-1. C.J. Guest staying busy as his courtesy runner all afternoon.
Getting a lot of work
Yes. About two-step lead off first. And a direct throw over there from Sokol, who was looking right at C.J. C.J. back safely. What's Sokol's pitch count now at, Gary?
I have him at 74.
Okay. And in his last quarter of the game now, here in the bottom of the fifth, another throw over and C.J. back safely again. Now with Sokol and Nick Kumar trying to go the distance. Don't be surprised if Sokol gets a start maybe on Saturday for the Leps against West Mifflin. And there's a well-hit ball. Look out here from Alex McLean, and it goes right off the wall. Gesk is going to round third. He's going to try to score on the play, and dropping it there on the relay was Stieber, but now Gesk goes back to third.
Wow.
Might have been able to score.
No doubt. After Stieber dropped the ball on the relay, I think Coach DeBerry did not see that and held up the runner Gesk at third base, and that's going to be another courtesy runner out there now at Broadwater, and Gesk in scoring position. But again, you don't want to run yourself out of an inning.
No, correct. Nobody out. Yep. You got Zach Koffler at the plate. He's due, and now he might have a meeting here and possibly a pitching change. Whole infield coming in here for the Leps. As head coach Tony Watson comes out to pay a visit.
Nobody warming up, so they have to bring somebody in from the field.
Correct.
They do intend to make any kind of a change, and that's always difficult. Taking his time. I think maybe this is just a rest, but he is handing the ball now. Nope, he's getting it back, so they're trying to change balls, I think.
I don't know, Gary.
What do we got?
New pitcher, it looks like.
Nope, they're giving it back to Sokol.
Okay, wow. Trying to fake everybody out.
Looked like a shell game out there. They were
I thought
passing that ball around.
I thought for a moment Joyce might be coming on the pitch.
Yeah, he grabbed the ball, and catcher Jackson grabbed it for a second, handed it to the umpire, back to Sokol.
So they'll stick with Sokol for now. But he's in a tough spot. His team down 3 at 4-1. Runners on second and third here for the Mustangs. Both of these teams came into the week in the top 5 in 4A. Belle Vernon number 2, Laurel Highlands number 4. Start of a 2-game series. Again, they'll meet tomorrow at 7 o'clock at Belle Vernon. Koffler takes the first pitch inside for ball 1.
A little curious that Belle Vernon doesn't have the infield up. They have first and third up, but deep at short and second, trailing 4-1 with runners at second and third and nobody out.
And Koffler fouling that one off. Really a big spot in this game as well, Gary.
See if the Mustangs can add on with the meat of their lineup, Koffler and O'Brien. We got a scoreboard back. How'd that happen?
Again, Belle Vernon.
Power was turned off.
Again, Belle Vernon playing this game without Garrett Greco, the normal starting shortstop, who's headed to Gardner Webb on a scholarship next year. That one
another
fouled off in front of us.
So Zach now in the hole, 0-2, needs to choke up a little bit and make contact here.
It's our good buddy Jared Bozak, who watches all of our broadcasts before the game as well. He has a son that plays in the Belle Vernon system in 8th grade. Very involved with their baseball program. That pitch missing low to Koffler.
Sokol just 8 pitches here in the inning, but runners at second and third and nobody out.
And count right now, even at 2-2. Here to Zach Koffler. And the pitch on the way.
Wow.
That was very close to a called strike 3.
Woo.
That's ball 3.
Tough one to take there.
Wow. Again, we don't have the best angle down the first base line, but it was close.
Now you get a good perspective, though.
Now 3-2. First base open, Sokol to Koffler, and Zach stays alive, fouling it off again. And a nice afternoon for high school baseball here at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School. Mustangs and the Leopards. Laurel Highlands on top 4-1. Payoff pitch. Again to Koffler, another breaking ball. And this one hit right up the middle into center field. Should score 2 as both Gesk and Broadwater, the 2 courtesy runners, coming around, and Laurel Highlands has opened this one up. Now a 6-1 lead for the Mustangs. Koffler picking up RBIs 4 and 5 on the season, getting his first hit of the afternoon.
And that was a good bit of hitting there for Zach Koffler. Struck out in the first and flew out to right in the third, but hung in there that time. He's a contact hitter, and he just drove that right up the middle for the 2-run single. Brings up the designated hitter Braden O'Brien with still nobody out, and now Koffler on at first.
These odd innings have been great for the Mustangs. Again, a run scored in the bottom of the first, 3 runs scored on the bottom of the third, now 2 already across here in the bottom half of the fifth with nobody out. And the first pitch in there for a strike to Braden O'Brien. They've got nothing, Gary, in the bottom of the second, the bottom of the fourth. It's funny how that happens sometimes.
It is. That's baseball.
0-1 now to Braden O'Brien, who's 0 for 2. Couple of flyouts, pop up to Aiden Oaks at second, then full out to Brady Hoffman out in center field.
And now if you're Belle Vernon, you want to get as many innings as you can out of Sokol.
Yeah, tough spot. Again, 5 games this week, 4 conference games.
Still nobody warming.
And again, they have a short bench, too, with a couple of injuries.
And a lot of games coming up.
Yep. Certainly a tough spot for the Leopards this week. And again, the most Sokol can go, though, is 100 pitches. And the Leopards will play TJ in a non-conference game coming up on Thursday, and then come back and play West Mifflin Friday and Saturday. And talking to Belle Vernon head coach Tony Watson, he said they do intend to play TJ. And here's what could be a double play ball, but just going to get the lead runner here. Koffler over at second, Stieber to Oaks on the fielder's choice.
Nice play there by Stieber to get that lead runner as he gets it over to Oaks, and really no chance for the double play as O'Brien will be on the fielder's choice.
Now Carson D'Amico coming to the plate. Rare to see him. Gary 0 for 2. Struck out swinging back in the second inning. Flew out to center field back in the fourth. Again, came in with a .643 average. Sokol's first pitch misses for ball 1 to Carson D'Amico. Maybe he just doesn't like the lefties.
That could be. It's a different look, but these hitters are pretty used to seeing a lot of different deliveries.
Not pitching there for a strike. Evens up the count at 1-1.
The Mustangs have action down in their bullpen as the ball comes into play. Trying to pick up who's down there. Get my face right in Jerry's camera there.
6 maybe. Down there, Braden McKnight.
We saw him in relief a few games ago.
Next pitch to D'Amico. High, gets away there from Jackson, and down to second goes Braden O'Brien. Just to recap, Gary, where are we at pitch count-wise for both Kumar and Sokol?
Well, I have Sokol at 89 right now.
Okay. Still here in the bottom of the fifth.
Kumar 75.
As long as he's feeling all right, may get another inning or 2 out of him. And 1 out as we work here in the bottom of the fifth. 2 already across for the Mustangs. You lead at 6-1 and a 3-1 count on Carson D'Amico. Andrew Sokol, another glance back at second. 3-1 pitch on the way. It's in there for a strike, and we go full of 3-2 to D'Amico.
D'Amico thought it was outside, but that was a good pitch by Sokol, right on the outside corner.
Now the payoff pitch. Sokol to D'Amico. That one low and inside for ball 4. So 5 Mustangs have come to the plate here in the bottom half of the 5th. 4 have reached base safely. 2 have already scored. 2 are on base. Still only 1 out in the inning. Laurel Highlands leads by 5, trying to take a share of first place in the conference. With Joe Chambers coming to the plate, he's the 6th Mustang to bat here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Came in with a .312 average, 6 RBIs, looking for his first hit of the afternoon. 0 for 2 today. Takes the first pitch low and outside for ball 1.
This might be it for Sokol. I believe he's at 90.
Even if you get a couple of outs here, can't see him coming back for the 6th. Considering where we are at this juncture of the game, or his pitch count is currently at. Even if he would come back, maybe would face a batter or 2.
Just 1 out in the inning, though.
Yeah, you're going to need some quick outs here. Runners on first and second. D'Amico on first. O'Brien on second. And the next pitch in there for a strike to Joe Chambers.
I think Joe was taking all the way there.
Count even out 1-1. Hey, you might as well make him throw you a few more. Get him out of the game. You never know how things might shake out in the pitching department tomorrow as well when these two teams meet under the lights at Belle Vernon. Out in there for a strike again to Chambers. Count out 1-2. And again, Chambers struck out facing Sokol last time up. Now 1-2. Sokol to Chambers. Pitch on the way, and Joe with a chopper here to second. Flip to short for 1. Throw over to first, not in time. And now heading home and scoring on the play will be Braden O'Brien to make it 7-1 Laurel Highlands. So they try to turn 2, Gary, and end up costing themselves a run.
Well, you got to make that effort, though, and I think that's good opportunity there for a double play that pretty much tailor-made, but unable to complete it, so that gets the runner around to score. And that was O'Brien coming in to score.
Correct. As he had hit into the fielder's choice earlier, and Koffler was retired at second. So O'Brien scores the run to give Laurel Highlands a 6-run lead at 7-1, and certainly an impressive showing for the Mustangs here this afternoon. And really a must-win game for Laurel Highlands if they wanted to win a section title this year, and they've come out after the conference bye week as another one getting away there from Jackson, allowing Chambers to get down to second. And now will have themselves a share of the section lead with a win tonight. But again, these two teams will meet at Belle Vernon tomorrow. A lot of baseball still to play this season. Again, next week, the Mustangs should be big favorites over Greensburg-Salem. Playing here against the Golden Lions Monday at 4 o'clock and at Greensburg-Salem on Tuesday. The following series against Elizabeth Ford could be very interesting. The first weekend in May, as the Warriors, one of those teams with Laurel Highlands, battling the Leopards for a playoff spot. There's a deep shot, and it goes over the head of Peyton Rothy out there in right. Chambers scores on the play. And into second goes Ty Sankovic. And the Mustangs had another one on.
Long shot there by Sankovic. Just one hops to right field fence, and that's going to be it for Sokol as I have him over 100.
So Sokol will exit. The Mustangs have sent 7 men to the plate already. And now lead at 8-1. Pitching change for Belle Vernon. We're back in 90 seconds to tell you about the new Leopards pitcher here on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Casey Sports Cafe, owned by the Vernon family, is located on South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Casey's has reopened for dine-in services with new hours, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturday and Sunday 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Meals are home-cooked and range from a variety of steaks, chicken and veal parmesan, liver and onions, along with appetizers, salads, wings, and sandwiches. Casey's offers free delivery in the Uniontown area with purchases of $10 or more. Phone 724-550-4126 for Casey Sports Cafe.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Democrats and Republicans vote for experience. Re-elect Curtis Matthews, North Union Township Supervisor. Kurt will continue to vote no to increase your taxes in North Union. He'll continue to secure funding to improve infrastructure, continue developing and improving recreation areas, and expanding the Sheepskin Trail. Kurt Matthews will continue to work as a team with his fellow supervisors and for all residents of North Union Township, Democrat or Republican. Vote for Curtis Matthews, the most qualified, experienced, and dedicated candidate.
Paid for by the Friends to re-elect Curtis Matthews, North Union Township Supervisor.
Brian Rozak, Gary Frankhauser back here at Laurel Highlands High School. Andrew Kostelnik, the new pitcher for the Belle Vernon Leopards, will actually switch positions with Andrew Sokol, who will remain in the game and play first base. Looking at Kostelnik so far this season pitching, this will be his third appearance. He's worked 7 innings, given up 6 hits, has yet to yield a run, has struck out 6, walked 3, faced 30 batters, a 1-0 record. Does have a save on the season as well, so he's been impressive on the mound this season. And getting an appearance here, just trying to get the Leopards out of this inning with Laurel Highlands leading 8-1. Now he's facing Caden Early, the 8th Mustang to bat here in the bottom of the 5th.
And Caden coming in 3 for 3, so not an easy job for Kostelnik coming in against the red-hot Caden Early.
Kostelnik also a lefty, 1-0 pitch, and Early pops this one up in the infield. It'll be the third baseman, Seamus Joyce, making the out to end the inning, but the Mustangs able to add on 4 more runs here in the bottom half of the 5th to lead it 8-1 as we head to the top of the 6th here on the C. Harper Group High School Sports Day.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Visit C. Harper Chevy and drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox with all-wheel drive for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply while supplies last. Sale ends May 3rd, 2021. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000 or visit charperchevy.com.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation, and there are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799.
Here's Gary to bring you the 6th.
Welcome back to Tom Landman Field here on the campus at Laurel Highlands as the first pitch to Brady Hoffman is low and outside for ball 1. 0-2 for Hoffman as he swing and misses at the second pitch from Nick Kumar, working here into the top of the 6th inning. Nick looking for some quick outs here in the 6th. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Brady Hoffman. Struck out in the first on a fielder's choice in the 3rd.
I have Kumar with 11 strikeouts already, Gary.
That is correct. Here's the pitch, high and inside. No chance to get a swing at that one. Mustangs big inning in the bottom of the 5th, adding on 4 more runs to make it an 8-1 game here for Nick, and there's a swing and a miss for strike 3, so add to that strikeout total, Brian.
Up to 12 for Nick Kumar today, and 1 out here in the top half of the 6th. Mustangs leading at 8-1.
Batting next for Belle Vernon, Donovan Brandenburg.
Donovan von Brandenburg comes in. Left fielder, having faced Nick for 2 strikeouts. Squares around a bunt, bunts through it for a strike.
It's going to be interesting, Gary, to see how both of these teams respond tomorrow. Of course, Laurel Highlands assuming they hang on today, coming off a win, but the Leopards, I'm sure, more comfortable in their home confines.
No doubt about it. Home field is huge, and I'm sure they'll see some different pitching, and the Mustangs will have different pitching. So it will be a different game, no doubt about it. That one's low and inside, so 1 ball, 2 strikes now to the second batter here in the inning for Belle Vernon, Donovan von Brandenburg.
Mustangs 2 losses so far this year have come on the road at West Mifflin and then in a non-conference game last week at Connellsville.
There's a strike 3 called now, so Nick again with the strikeout and just 9 pitches so far here in the inning.
Up to 13 strikeouts for the game.
Wow.
Who do you think's the starter for Laurel Highlands tomorrow, Gary?
I think McKnight might come in. Here's Nick now facing Andrew Sokol.
18, first baseman, Andrew Sokol.
Now playing first base. Sokol walk in the first, strikeout in the fourth. Another pitch from Nick. That one's at the knees for a strike. 1-1. Still sun-drenched field here at Laurel Highlands as we work into the 6th inning. Here's a pitch, foul back, so ahead in the count now, 1-2. Nick working very quickly here in the 6th.
I think Carson Broadwater also a candidate maybe to start tomorrow as well.
Little hesitation on that pitch, kind of cocked it twice, but fouled back now. Staying alive there is Sokol.
And Broadwater actually entered the week, Gary, with more innings pitched than Kumar.
Well, they have a full staff available.
Correct.
There's the pitch, and there's a ground ball to first base. Nice play there. Kumar covering at first for the 3rd out. Koffler to Kumar ends the inning. We'll be back with the bottom of the 6th here on the C. Harper High School Sports Night on WMBS, South Union Township Sports Network, and the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Elect Patrick Livingston for your next North Union Township Supervisor. I was born, raised, and currently reside in North Union Township. I have the desire, skills, and experience to help North Union Township continue to thrive. I hold a valid commercial driver's license and the ability to operate equipment necessary to maintain and benefit township residents. My ability to work well with others to ensure a job well done bodes well for the township's success. I am asking for your support in the upcoming election.
Paid for by the candidate.
South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer wishes the best of luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs this season and in the playoffs. During these uncertain times, a lot of hard work goes into a successful season, and that includes the cooperation of players, coaches, and their families. South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer commends all of those whose hard work has gone into making this a successful season. Like our local teams, Robert Schiffbauer is working hard to make life better for the residents of South Union Township. Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs from South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer.
Welcome back. We're ready for the bottom of the 6th. Few substitutions, I think, for Belle Vernon in the field, Brian.
Yeah, new pitcher, Seamus Joyce, now pitching for the Leopards and looking over at their defense to see if we have any other changes over there as well. Looks like
Number 11,
Aiden Oakes
moves from
2nd down to 3rd, I believe.
Right, and looks like number 32, Tanner Moody, comes in to play 2nd. Out in right field, you got number 16, Ryan Hamer.
Now pitching for Belle Vernon.
And I think that's it. And you might have a new catcher. Let's see if we can get his number. It's tough with the equipment to get a number in there. He almost turned right toward me. He's a big boy back there.
I guess they figure, Gary, at this juncture of the game at 8-1. As we'll make a few changes here for the bottom half of the 6th inning.
Braden McKnight at the plate for the Mustangs to face Amos Joyce.
Okay, some numbers on Joyce here as well.
Right-hander now, first time for Belle Vernon here in this game. Low and inside to McKnight, ball 1.
There are no numbers. Gary hasn't pitched yet this year. His first appearance of the season.
I think it's number 25, Colton Lee, behind the plate. That was low and inside, ball 2. So Joyce trying to find the strike zone here early. Doing a little manicure of the mound. Didn't like the feel of the rubber as he started things off. Here's the 2-0. That one's low and inside. So 3-0, not close so far.
So my guess is here, Gary, that the Belle Vernon coaching staff pretty much saying we're not going to come back to win this game. Let's throw someone in we don't normally use as a pitcher, and just to try to get an inning out of someone that's not in our rotation to maybe save some of those innings for later in the week.
And ball 4, so would be a good thing for Nick not to have to go out there in the 7th, I'm sorry.
He might not have to. He might not have to.
Yeah.
If the Mustangs score 3 runs here, we're done.
So leadoff walk for McKnight. We'll bring up Nick at the plate, and he is 3 for 3.
Again, the Mustangs have had 3 straight conference games where they've scored at least 10 runs, and they still have an opportunity to extend that as well this afternoon.
Throw over, not in time, as Joyce flipped that one to Sokol, now playing at first.
And if this result holds, Gary, not only is it a win, but I think it's a statement win by the margin. The Mustangs have won this game by this afternoon as well.
That's true, but you can't.
Correct. They play again tomorrow.
Rest
Correct.
on
Yep.
your laurels. Yep. Throw over again, back in.
Because the Leopards could easily turn the table tomorrow and win by the same margin.
So Nick at the plate. Yet to see a pitch from Joyce, who threw 4 straight balls to McKnight to start the 6th inning here for the Mustangs. And there's ball low and outside. So all 5 pitches from Joyce have been low and outside. So see if he can find a strike zone here for Nick to take a rip at something. No need for McKnight to get too far off over here. That's ball 2, low and outside. So 6 straight balls by Joyce as he came in relief here to start the bottom of the 6th inning with the Mustangs on top, 8-1. Going to try to add on here. Throw over again. Ooh, barely got back that time. And Coach DeBerry's got to be telling McKnight, what are you doing? You don't need to get picked off here at first. Take a modest lead, especially with 6 straight balls thrown by Joyce. 2-0 pitch. That one's outside, 3-0. Throw down to first. Gets away a little bit, but no chance for McKnight to advance. So 3-0 to Nick Kumar. Nick probably will be taking here, but if I'm DeBerry, I'm giving him the green light.
And why not? Leading by 7.
He takes a strike. That's not one he wanted to hit. Flowing on the outside part of the plate, so Joyce gets a strike there on Kumar. 3-1. Nobody out. Runner on first here in the bottom half of the 6th. 8-1 Mustangs. Here's the 3-1. That's low. Ooh, gets a call. That one came off the ankles, but a called strike.
Sometimes, though, you get the umpires in an 8-1 game just start feeling bad for the team that's losing and maybe give a call or two.
Doesn't happen.
You don't think?
No. Full count now. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. He comes back to get Nick with a strikeout. So 1 out here in the 6th, and Nick Swings through that one. That was down the middle, too. Something he would have liked to rip.
Well, maybe Joyce will find his way as a part of this Belle Vernon rotation with a good performance here today. You never know how it's going to shake out.
Good comeback there against the big hitting Nick Kumar, and that'll bring up Alex McLean, who's 2 for 3. Single and a double so far here this evening. There's a rip down to third, and it could be a double play over to second for 1 on to first. No. The ball gets away, and getting back to first base will be McLean, but good opportunity there for a double play. Not completed, but they do get the front runner. 6-4.
Correct.
And McLean will be on at first with a fielder choice, and Koffler will come to the plate now with 2 outs. So Joyce finding his way to 2 outs here in the inning.
Looks like we might have a top half of the 7th.
Unless we get some 2-out craziness here. Koffler, a single his last time up. 2 RBIs. Joyce, low and outside. Probably going to have someone come in for Nick anyway, I would think, Brian. Don't want him to throw too many pitches that he doesn't need to throw. Here's the 1-0. Low and outside. So Koffler looking for something he can drive. Joyce working from the stretch now. Here's a pitch. Low and outside for a 3-0 count. Did we mention that Broadwater was on as the courtesy runner, Brian?
I don't think we did yet.
So
now, yeah.
He might come in and pitch the 7th.
If he doesn't start tomorrow. If you're going to use him tomorrow, then.
Yeah, you just get loose with 1 inning.
Correct, yeah.
Back. And he gets back in safely as the throw over. Joyce trying to keep him close here with the Mustangs on top, 8-1. You wouldn't think Broadwater would be looking to move up in this situation.
I don't think this Mustang rotation has a clear-cut number 2 behind Nick Kumar either, which certainly creates more options for head coach Scott Zeberry tomorrow.
Swing and a miss on the 3-0 count by Koffler. Now 3-2. That was one he would have liked to hit, but swings through it. But Joyce trying to work his way out. Get a quality inning for Belle Vernon. Here's a pitch. Ball 4 outside. So second walk of the inning. Puts runners now at first and second. And Braden O'Brien, the designated hitter, will come to the plate.
Up next,
It's an opportunity for a walk-off home run, Brian.
Could be. The Mustangs do not have a home run so far this season. Could change that right here.
Braden trying to get into the hitting parade for the Mustang. He's 0 for 3. That ball's outside.
Leopards have hit 3 this year.
It's a tough field here to hit home runs. The ball does not carry that well. There's a pitch. That's low and outside. 2-0.
They moved it up to the top of the hill. Maybe we'd get more carry, right?
That's right.
More elevation up there.
Wind's stronger up there.
Yeah.
Joyce now with 2 men on for the Mustangs. Strike to Braden O'Brien. As Joyce now from Lee. Going to be ball 4 and no, I'm sorry, ball stop. So moving up, there's a line drive into center field. Score in the bottom of the 6th will go to the top of the 7th with the score 8-1. C. Harper Sports Night here on WMBS, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Trib Live High School Sports.
With the rest of the world, Peachin Pharmacy is following the developments of the COVID-19 pandemic. Your safety is a priority at Peachin Pharmacy. For prescriptions, you have many options. Peachin's offers free delivery, free mail, and curbside pickup. If you come into the store, Peachin's follows all of the CDC and state safety recommendations. As always, if you have concerns about your medications, call 724-626-9600 or visit Peachin Pharmacy inside the Peachin Market in Connellsville or online at peachinpharmacy.com.
Does your car sound like it's saying, trade me in, trade me in, every time you start it up? Well, go to Ford of Uniontown and trade it in. That's right, your Uniontown Ford dealer is ready to assist you with a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV purchase. Ford of Uniontown has all the deals, all the inventory, and they are ready to deal. It has never been a better time to buy a Ford. Service is their top priority. No matter where you purchase your Ford car or truck, Ford of Uniontown will be happy to service it for you. They offer Ford-trained technicians, Ford-certified parts and service, 1 year, 12,000-mile parts warranties, and new state-of-the-art service equipment. Call or stop in today to see the hometown service of Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West across from Applebee's. So listen to your car the next time you hear it say, trade me in, trade me in. Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 at the top of the hill.
Back for the top half of the 7th inning. Laurel Highlands on top 8-1. One last chance here for the Belle Vernon Leopards. That's going to be Tanner Moody leading off the inning, batting in Alexander Zilka's spots. I think we'll see a lot of movement here in the lineup for the Leopards as they try to get some other guys some at-bats here, Gary, in the 7th inning.
Yeah, and I doubt that Nick will be able to get through the entire inning unless we get some quick outs.
He gets a quick one there as Moody goes down swinging.
That's 3 pitches, and I have him unofficially at 93, so we'll see how this goes. I know the Mustangs have had pitchers warming up, so they do have pitchers ready to come in.
That's his 14th strikeouts of the afternoon. Now, Seamus Joyce coming to the plate. First pitch in there for a strike. I think Nick's going to try to do everything possible here, Gary, throwing strikes to get a complete game. Now the 0-1 pitch here to Joyce. That one high and inside. That one might have got away from him a little bit.
Got a report from Belle Vernon that the Belle Vernon JVs lead the Mustangs 6-3 in the 7th inning.
Yes, they're playing up in Belle Vernon this afternoon. Did he go around there? Yes, he did. Now 1-2 to Joyce. JVs will play here tomorrow. Varsity game at the De Virgilio Sports Complex. 7 o'clock tomorrow here on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network and the South Union Township Sports Network. And there's strikeout number 15 as Joyce punched out. That's the 3rd time Joyce has got down, Gary, striking out in this game. And now 2 outs here in the inning. And if Nick's able to retire Tanner Stieber, he gets the complete game.
Tanner Stieber.
15 of the, 20 outs?
And Scott DeBerry's going to double-check the pitch count here just to make sure. You don't want to lose a game on a disqualification. We saw that a couple of years ago when this rule went into effect.
I have him at 97.
Yes. Good coaching there from Coach DeBerry just to get that confirmation and make sure everybody was on the same page. And the first pitch to Stieber, low for ball 1. Remember, we saw that, Gary, a couple of times in games where you saw poor sportsmanship from the other side where teams weren't telling you were over 100 pitches, and then the kid would go out there, and then you'd get disqualified. 2 misses there to Stieber from Kumar.
So he's allowed to finish this batter.
Correct,
regardless.
Yep, no matter what. So if Stieber gets on board, the Mustangs would have to make a move. 2-0 pitch on the way. And therefore a strike. Now 2-1 to Tanner Stieber. Stieber got on with the rare CI, catcher interference, last time up.
That counted as an at-bat.
Here's a chopper. We'll double check on that. Going to third. Throw over in time. McKnight to Koffler. And a complete game earned for Nick Kumar, striking out 15 this afternoon in a 1-2-3 top half of the 7th inning. Mustangs win it 8-1 this afternoon, and we're back to tell you all about it here on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network and the South Union Township Sports Network.
I'm attorney Trip Radcliffe, and we at Radcliffe Law have been helping people that were injured in accidents for over 35 years.
Law will meet with you for free, and our experienced team successfully. If you or someone you know are injured in an accident, call Radcliffe Law, 724-439-3939. Radcliffe
will continue to vote no to increase your taxes in North Union. He'll continue to secure funding to improve infrastructure, continue developing and improving recreation areas, and expanding the sheep residents of North Union Township, Democrat candidate.
Paid for by the
For only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Chevrolet. Find new roads. Lease is through GMS for well-qualified individuals, 24 months, 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 tax rate equity with Lease Loyalty or Lease Conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is for tax penalties and for payments. Residence fee restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends May 3rd, 2021. Call a dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000 or visit cheharpercity.com.
8-1 win for Laurel Highlands over Belle Vernon this afternoon. Here's Gary with a game recap.
Thanks, Brian, for the Belle Vernon Leopards. Just 2 hits for the Belle Vernon Leopards, and one was a little bit of an iffy 2 men left on base. But for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the innings went 1, 2, 3 against the and hopefully that will lead into some hitters all the way up and down the lineup. Caden Early was 3 for 4. Braden McKnight was 0 for 3, but he had 2 RBIs as he put the ball in play with runners in scoring position. Nick Kumar with an RBI. Zach Coughlin. Tyler Sankovic with a great, but they did leave 7 men on base, Brian.
So Nick Kumar gets the win, strikes out 15, only gives up 2 hits, and we'll have the Mustangs at Belle Vernon for you tomorrow night. First pitch scheduled for 7 o'clock. We're on the air with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 6:45. Going to be interesting to see how things shake out tomorrow night, Gary.
It will be, and I know Belle Vernon will come back strong. They're not in first place by mistake, so they will come back with a new attitude and probably give the Mustangs a very strong performance, and it'll be interesting to see who the Mustangs put on the mound tomorrow night.
Yeah, we're on the air at 6:45 with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. First pitch set for 7 o'clock. Mustangs improved to 5-2 overall.